Hi everyone, welcome to the River Ayrshire in the helicopter. Magpies, 3. Don't know if that's lucky or not, but anyway. We're on the River Ayrshire. I've not been on the River Ayrshire very much, especially after the beginning of the season. Things have not been that good. Firstly, we had a long period with a lot of warm weather, and the temperature of the river get really high, so I don't like fishing it when it's too high. So, and then we started getting basically August, September weather in July, which was a lot of rain and wind and such, so the conditions weren't very good. And then the colour of the river wasn't very good. I mean, last time I was down, the problem was the colour of the river. It was low enough, it was fine. It was just, it wasn't that good. I'm just having as we're talking, a look, see if there's any rising. The river colour looks not bad, so the colour's far better. The trout rows and the fish rows there, which is a good sign. So what I'm going to actually do, I haven't set it up yet. I'm going to work my way up, and then I'm going to fish my way back down. So and see how it goes. I mean, if I'd seen a lot of fish rising there, I would have stopped. But pigeon, and I would have hung around a bit longer, but I'm not seeing anything. So as I say, I'm going to go up the top here, cross over first, and then go up maybe another few yards or so, 2 or 3 pools anyway, and then work my way back. We'll see how we go. I'm going to work my way down the far bank. Oh, I've got an obstacle course here, so if you get back to me. Oh Christ. Oops. This is unusual, but anyway. Not sure what's happened there, but anyway. So I say I'm going to cross further up, see how we go. It's an area I like to fish, and then on the way back I'll come down the far side. I want to fish the pool way below where we were looking at first, because there's it's a big pool, holds a lot of fish, but it can be a bit picky unless there's a good hatch or something on. There's very little wind, which is a great thing, because this season has been windy. I think every time I've come out it's been blowing a hoolie. But anyway, we'll plod away up. Oh, I've got a bit. One of the members has been strimming, so make it a wee bit easier. So now this is for one stretch. This is a club I'm in. Then I'm going up in the top above the pool here is another club. So the tickets, I've got 2 tickets, so I can cross over and fish both sides. You can fish both sides of this stretch as well. This is a favourite pool of mine as well. It's really good with trout and grayling. The River Ayr's got both. A lot of people ask me about the salmon fishing. Why am I not doing any more salmon fishing? Well, lots of reasons. Main reasons, there's not many about, and it's like they're like hen's teeth nowadays in comparison to what they used to be. So, sounds bad. There's a lovely run this year. See if a grayling trout, especially this run, but when they meet together here, it's a good bit. But we can give that a go. Probably on the way back down. We'll see how things go. I could go up here and the fish are rising everywhere. Now we've crossed over and they're working their way up to this flat here especially. It's a good area. Always the dwell here. And it's a good sign if there's fish going to be rising. Down here, if there's nothing rising, then I'll start fishing, say a kind of nymph type dry dropper, as they call it. It's just a dry fly, but piggyback to a nymph or a small wet, or just something to sort of at least fish, because you could go up and fish the fast water up. There's a nice pool further up that I like. But it's basically, it's all nymph fishing. But there's times you can fish a dry dropper there, which is good. We'll stand back and start the jingling here, I think. That's my catch and release tool. Should maybe do something better with it. Yeah. Jingling too much, my debarbers. I'm debarbing the hook obviously. And I'll see. Anyway, this area here I've always done really well. The river's a good height. It's a reasonable colour. It's not gin clear or anything like, but it's clear. Clearer than I've fished it in a wee while, which makes a big difference. But there's nothing moving. Today we have to get sunshine, cloud, and a chance of rain for an hour or two. Just hope it doesn't get too heavy because I've just got my shirt on. But we can work around about it. The magpie. Nothing rising yet. Oh yeah, jeez. Anyway, I'll start with a dry dropper and I'm just going to fish along the trees here. And I'll fish mid-water first and then slowly work my way up across. And if I don't see or catch anything, I'll move up to the streamier water and see if I can get anything up there. And then I'll move away down. But there's nothing. Anyway, we'll get set up. Now what I've got in here is a size 16, basically a hare's ear nymph, tied with copper wire. There's no bead on it. I've got basically a dry. This is a CDC dry. It's just it's to allow me to fish the nymph and at the same time catch. It's just spun the hair up. This is not my pattern. It's just one I've put together from another one. A well-known world angler. So anyway, we're going to be fishing these. Now I'm a good 4 foot away. I want to fish it. I'm going to start fishing quite close. And got a tapered leader on. Got a 9 foot tapered leader. Down to 4 pound this one. Now I have day grazed it. But it does take a minute or so just for it to start to work. Oop. Just a wee trout there. So the main areas I want to fish is close to the trees here and below. I want to fish up here into the back, then close to these trees. And then we'll see. I've just piggybacked the nymph off the bend of the dry, so the reason I prefer that rather than tying on a dropper is I instantly see a take because direct to it. And the reason I'm fishing quite close, there's a wee trout just there. These fish, there's a trout over there. That's the first time, all the time I've took to, oh, there's another wee trout. All the time I took there to set up. There wasn't, not one trout rose. I say we'll just drift, we'll fish close first. I need to get my leader to sink a wee bit better. I use fuller's earth just to help it down, but sometimes you need to get it wet first to get it going. Casting well above, giving the nymph plenty of time to sink to the area where I want it to fish is about there. Especially where I saw that fish move. Always cast well above. If you feel you're not going down quick enough, then you can always change to a wee bead. It'll drop it quicker. Kind of like a maybe 2 mil or a 1.5 mil even. We'll see how it goes. That was a wee tap there. Let's see if it further out. So always fish close to you. I mean, there's nothing happening, so the fish will be wary. Especially if they see someone moving about the bank anyway. My best areas will be close to the trees there, the bushes. Well, that's where I'd expect to catch a fish. Just try over. Yeah. That's quite close. Oh, there's a fish just below the surface there. I didn't take my nymph, but just... Try that swirl there. I've seen the swirl just below the surface, so I think it may have had a half go at the nymph. I think my nymph's not been down quick enough. Changed to a size 18 pheasant tail, wee chartreuse rib, and it's got it's a 1.5 mil silver tungsten bead, so it gets down a wee bit quicker. There is a couple of fish have rose, but And what I might do is drift this nymph. I want it down quick and drift by just in the area where it is, or where I saw the rise anyway. And I just want the nymph to drop quick. Oh gosh, I went to lift off there and the wee trout took my fly. Yeah, that wanted the nymph. Jeez, he's away. Anyway, that's what happens sometimes. The wee trout love chasing flies, so we'll go back in. It's not the fish we were looking for. I can see the nymph, the difference in the fly, how it's the dry anyway, how it's working. So I'm just gonna, I can target the fish a wee bit more rather than having to cast as far up, because the fly will drop quite quick. Trying to remember where there was a fish frozen when I was changing my fly. I think it was in about there. I'm just going to tweak the fly, try it a wee bit closer. Try a wee bit further up. So the fly's right down by the time it gets to where I saw that fish move. And that's it right down. I'm going to try close to the trees. There's a fish rose up the top there. There's very little or anything on the water. I've seen the odd caddis. So I have just flying above the bushes, but not nothing on the water itself really. And there's a wee trout rose there. A wee Grayling, that's what it's like. There's that trout up again there. I mean, that's a good trout. It's quite easy to actually change. I can keep the main dry like that, fly on and change the point of the nymph to a dry, how smaller dry. That's why it's a good method, this. Just let that naturally drop. Oh, there he's up again. Oh, I went down. I mean, it's quite early, it's well early, 11:45. Oh, Jesus, that was a nice draw. There's that fish rose again there. So what I'm going to do, this is the simple way of doing it. I'm going to just take the nymph off, Put a small dry on. I put a small, I'm looking at the way it's rising, and I can't see any fly. So what I'm going to do is put a dry fly, small dry. My nymph off, just put a dry fly, still attached to the dropper, the dry dropper as well. I've just changed to a small Larkin Grey as I call it, and just a small dun. It's a good wee suggestive type pattern, and it's a very easy way to just to change your dry. I've got two sizes, so see, the only reason I'm doing this, that fish rose a couple of times, a good 2 or 3 times anyway, and it seemed a nice fish. It was a nice, good rise. Oh. That was there, check. Try it. What I'm hoping for is the fish to come back up. I know rounds about where he is, so I'm just going to cover it. Fly's sitting nice, so if you saw that fish rise there, but looks a nice fish that as well. I have no idea what it took there. And I've not seen any duns or anything on the water. Cast well above. It's a lovely rise. So it is. And cast it well up, give the fish plenty of time to see it coming. And when you don't know if there's any fly they're taking, because there's very little fly on the water, you've got to basically work through 1 or 2 patterns just to see. Another thing you could use, I mean, the wet fly just off the back, a very soft wet fly or an emerger. You have to determine how long you're going to work this fish to see if you. I'll try a small wet. There you go. I don't know where that fish came. It's a wee grayling. Gosh. I was thinking of changing to a small wet fly. There you go, just a small grayling. Took the wee Larkin Grey. Oops. They're not the easiest fish to hang on to, grayling. They want to wobble about. Just try and get them to relax. Okay, there he's there. Or she. Oh. Just let her. Oops. There you go. Not a monster. There's a wee dry, there's a dry there. A lot of weed still in the river. So, anyway, there we go. We got him. Well, we're off, as they say. saying that, I had that wee fish it took earlier. Probably a wee shoal of grayling in there. It's just a matter of getting one half interested in your fly, I think. I think what I may do is head up and see if I can see any fish moving. If not, I may just try to run the stream up the top. Way up I saw a fish just move here. Actually saw a couple, like a lot of weed here. Just going to give him a quick cast. Always best just to give him a cast the way by. So I'll get the two dries, I've got the, so I can change to the nymph. Oh, no, it's just a wee fish. I think maybe that's what they are, just maybe wee fish. Wee grayling maybe. Hopefully maybe there's a bigger one lying amongst them, but we'll give them a quick go. I've not risen since I've seen them. I mean, it's not that deep there. We'll move out a wee bit. Just see if we can. There we go. Look a wee grayling. So paid off just stopping. There's a wee fish. Oh, there's a bait. And I took just a wee larking grey. Just a wee suggestive type pattern that I use. It's tied in the, so kind of Dynamite Harry. Try, see if we can rise another one. Oh, there's one there. And further over there. Quite shallow there, but that doesn't mean to say there's no fish there. I've just came across one or two wee fish rising here, and I've changed to a small larking grey. Sorry, not a larking grey, a grey duster. I was going to put a larking grey on. It's much a similar fly, just I've still got the bigger dry on, so I've just got it piggyback off it. So there's the fish there. There's a wee one there. Let's see if we try this wee fish here. Look. Just a wee grayling, I think. I don't see the fly they're rising to, because I've got this, the grey duster's a suggestive type fly. Try it, see if we can rise it. Oh, we did. I actually saw it coming for it. And well, if we can rise one, we can maybe rise the other ones, we'll see. It's again the first fish I've actually saw consistently rising anyway. We'll see how we go. Need them to come back up. Stop rising now, seen her. There's one over there. Not far enough, just there we go. Oh. Ah, he's off, gosh. What a leap of that one was, jeez. And he stay in the water. Gee, it's not a big fish, but at least we rose him. There's another one over there. No, a wee bit further up. There we go. That feels like a grayling. It is, it's a wee grayling. Brilliant. Same fly, wee grey duster. Yeah, typical grayling. It's just done it, they're murder to hold, just light as you can, just beautiful wee fish. Oop. Okay. I'll dry my fly. So that was a good two fish in a tertiary cast, so I'll dry my fly. Just wrap my line in here. Back out and see if we can rise another one or two. We're keen to take, so I'm sure there was one further up here. See if I can get it. It was worthwhile coming up and getting those two wee fish. Let's try and get further over here. I think that was the two fish. I think we got what was rising really. Thought maybe there was one further up. Anyway, that's good. We've got a couple. We'll go down and keep searching, see if we could find any more. All we need to find is one or two rising, and gives us a chance. Okay, now I've fished quite a bit of water, been really tough going. I've seen a couple of fish rise above here, above these stones, and one below here. I'm not sure exactly where it was, but I was hoping they're going to come back up. Sounded like a good trout as well. And it's got this single dry fly on, so I'm going to try for it first. before I go up. See if we can maybe connect with them. I mean, I've had maybe, I don't know, 3 or 4 fish. Not many. It's been hard going. I've fished through a couple of pools with weights, nymphs. Perhaps not even a touch in main pools that I've fished many a time. Not even from a par or for a small fish. So quiet. It's just one of those days. And we'll see if we can connect with. As I say, there's a couple in here rising. I mean, there's very few fish actually moving at all, or any. It's just, when I've seen a fish rise, I've covered it, and most time there's one up there. So I mean, I'll try for this one first before I go up there. And this is, I was just ready for going home when I seen these fish move. So we'll give them a go. I've got a wee grey duster on. It's what I caught on earlier. Just try to figure out where this fish, remember where this fish goes. I don't have much of a back cast, but we'll give it a go. I thought it was just in the back of this stone here. We'll give it another 2 or 3 casts, and if we don't bring him up, we'll move up. Try another couple of feet or so. I think it's just behind this stone here. We'll see. Yeah, we'll move up into these fish. So quiet, and it's a great day as well. It's a perfect kind of, like, if you're looking for a calm day, overcast, all these things that you'd expect trout to be moving. Anyway, we'll move up. There's one right there. Try for him first. He is floating a wee bit. Oh, that looked a nice fish just to the left is there. I'm just going to let the fly come through. I don't want to lift all off. That looked a nice fish. Oh, it's just a wee fish there. There we go. That was a bad cast as well. Looks like a wee grayling. It's typical what we catch. I don't know. Looks like what I've been catching, it's just small grayling. I think he kens he's hooked. Oops. Yeah, lovely wee fish. Bar silver. Ooh. And he's away. Maybe there's a wee shoal of grayling there. Just dry my fly. Get back out there. There's wee grayling there as well. See if I can. Just wee grayling there ones. Oops. It's good to see one or two grayling. It's mostly grayling I've had today. Is just tiny. That's a tiny wee fish. Check my fly. Let's get some weed on it. It was worth stopping then and changing. I want to see one or two more. Not just wee fish, that one. Maybe we can find a bigger one. Gosh. There's one further up there. I missed that one. It took me there. Must be a wee shoal of fish in there. There's one or two. This used to be this pool's totally changed when I first started fishing the club. Used to have kind of a row of stones and a banking that ran up. Over the years it's just fallen away. Oops. It's a nice big long flat now. Oh, missed that one. There we go. I looked away there for a second and the fish rose below me here. Another nice wee grayling. They seem to be about the same size. Away. So put this back out. There's a wee dynamite Harry I'm using, a wee grey duster. See if we can lift another one. Because once you hit one or two, there's one just below me here. I was actually watching it when that fish took. Can get him to. There's another one there. There's another one. Another one. One grayling after another, like much as I say, these are all much the same size. Lovely wee fish. Try and let you see it. It's just they're so awkward to hold. There we go. Anyway, they're too wee for my net. I've got my net here. Problem being is they go through the net, these wee fish, through the holes. Swim back over, see if there's another one or two. I think it may be the birds. We've got the sand martins here coming in and out, and well, I think maybe a rise, maybe a toley, maybe I'm doing the toilet. As we see the holes in the banking on the far side there, that's where they nest. Well, it should be, I think they're going. Moving on, as they say. Well, I think that looks like it, folks. We were lucky enough to get one or two fish at the end there when they re-dry. Just weren't big grayling, but they were nice to catch, better than nothing. And it's been good, considering. I mean, I fished all the way up. Well, I don't know, it's not a huge distance, like, but areas where I'd guarantee normally to get one or two fish, and got nothing really. Never even saw a fish move. Picked up a couple of trout here, a couple of fish there at one point, because a couple of rows, and we hooked them. We landed one, I think I lost the other, but it's been very quiet. It's not been the best day. Well, I think the main reason there's not much fly life around. A quick cast over there. Well, anyway, that'll do us, everyone. We've had not a bad day considering. Finished up with one or two grayling in this spot, so it was worthwhile having a look before I headed towards the car. So anyway, that's us for the day. Hopefully I'll get some. Hope you enjoy it anyway. Next time I may go down the bottom end or further down. There's a lot more tree cover down that way, and it's a wee bit more open up the other way, and we'll give that a go. But anyway, I hope you enjoy the video, and again, thanks for watching.